All right, let's settle one of the biggest debates in comic book history. Batman versus Doctor Strange. It is the ultimate showdown, the peak of human intellect and physical prowess against the Sorcerer Supreme, the master of the mystic arts. Can science truly conquer magic? Or is this one battle that even the Dark Knight can't prepare for? The common argument you always hear is Batman with prep time wins. It's become a meme, and for good reason. We've seen him devise plans to take down every member of the Justice League, including Superman. His strategic mind is his greatest weapon. He analyzes weaknesses, exploits them, and builds contingencies for his contingencies. He's a master of technology, stealth, and psychological warfare. So, against a magic user like Strange, what would his plan be? First, Batman would study. He wouldn't just rush in. He'd dive deep into the occult, researching everything he could find about magic, its rules, its limitations. He has access to ancient texts and artifacts through his own resources and those of allies like Zatanna. He'd learn about pressure points in the mystic world, sources of power, and potential vulnerabilities. He'd probably develop tech to disrupt magical energies, something to counter spells or create a null magic field. Think sonic devices tuned to specific frequencies, EMPs designed to overload mystical constructs, or even chemical agents that could interfere with a sorcerer's concentration. He'd also attack Strange's humanity. Stephen Strange, despite his immense power, is still a man. He was an arrogant surgeon, and that ego, though humbled, is still part of him. Batman is an expert at psychological manipulation. He could create scenarios to test Strange's morality, force him into impossible choices, and exploit his oath to do no harm. You might even target Strange's physical weak points, his hands, which were severely damaged in the car accident that led him to Camartage in the first place. A precise Batarang, a nerve agent, and Strange's ability to cast intricate spells could be severely compromised. So Batman's strategy would be multi-layered. He'd use technology to counter the magic, psychology to break the man, and his own physical combat skills to exploit any opening. It's a solid plan, and against almost any other opponent, it will guarantee victory. But Doctor Strange is not any other opponent. Now let's flip the script. Let's talk about the Sorcerer Supreme. The argument that prep time is Batman's ultimate weapon has one massive flaw when facing Doctor Strange. The hook for this whole debate says it all. Prep time doesn't work when time itself is the weapon. Doctor Strange wields the Time Stone, or has in many incarnations. He can literally see every possible future. While Batman is in his cave planning, Strange could live through millions of potential outcomes of their fight. He'd see every single strategy Batman devises, every gadget he builds, every psychological trick he plans to use. Batman's greatest asset, his element of surprise and preparation, is completely neutralized. Strange wouldn't just anticipate Batman's plan. He'd have already seen it fail a million times over in a million different ways. Imagine Batman ready to execute his perfectly crafted plan, only to find Strange waiting for him, knowing every single move before he makes it. It's just like playing chess, an opponent who knows not only your next move, but every move you yell L make for the entire game. And that's just with the Time Stone. Let's take that off the table for a moment to make it a bit fairer. Does Batman stand a better chance? Not really. Doctor Strange's power is on a scale that is almost incomprehensible to a non-magical being. He can trap Batman in a mirror dimension, a pocket universe where Batman has no tech, no allies, and no escape. He could send Batman's consciousness on a terrifying, mind-bending trip through the multiverse, shattering his psyche without ever laying a finger on him. He could simply turn Batman's entire arsenal of gadgets into a flock of harmless butterflies. What about Batman's stealth? He's the master of disappearing into the shadows. But Strange has the all-seeing eye of Agamotto. He can perceive beings on an astral level. He can sense souls. Batman can hide his physical body, but he can't hide his very existence from the Sorcerer Supreme. Strange could simply locate Batman's astral form and separate it from his body, leaving Bruce Wayne's physical self in a harmless coma. The power difference is just astronomical. Batman fights crime lords, supervillains, and the occasional alien threat. Doctor Strange fights cosmic entities that devour dimensions for breakfast. He stared down Dormammu in the dark dimension and held his own against beams of pure chaotic energy. A man in a suit, no matter how brilliant or well-equipped, is simply out of his league. Even Batman's physical attacks would be useless. Strange can create magical shields capable of deflecting blows from the Hulk. He can teleport instantly, making it impossible for Batman to land a single punch. He could even just open a portal beneath Batman's feet and drop him into the middle of a volcano or the freezing vacuum of space. The fight could be over before Batman even realizes it has begun. So let's put it all together. Batman's plan would be brilliant. He would use science, psychology, and his own sheer force of will. He would push Strange to his limits and probably surprise him with his resourcefulness. But Doctor Strange operates on a fundamentally different level of reality. His magic isn't just a tool. It's the ability to rewrite the rules of the game itself. Batman plays chess, but Doctor Strange can change the pieces, the board, and the very concept of gravity holding them down. He can duplicate himself, creating an army of strangers. He can cast illusions so real that Batman wouldn't be able to trust his own senses. He can bind Batman with the Crimson Bands of Cyttorak, a spell that has restrained beings far stronger than any human. In the end, this isn't a question of science versus magic. It's a question of scale. Batman is the peak of human potential, a testament to what a mortal can achieve. But Doctor Strange is the guardian of reality itself, a man who has transcended the physical plane. While Batman is busy planning for a fight, Doctor Strange is operating in dimensions where the concepts of planning and fighting are entirely different. The verdict? As much as we all love the Caped Crusader, this is one fight he just can't win. Doctor Strange would likely respect Batman's tenacity and intelligence, perhaps even seeing him as a fascinating anomaly. He probably wouldn't even want to harm him. He'd most likely end the conflict by simply incapacitating him in a way that is quick, harmless, and utterly inescapable. Maybe trapping him in a time loop of his own origin story until he agrees to stand down, or just talking to him on the astral plane, man to man, and explaining why the fight is pointless. So, in the epic clash between Batman and Doctor Strange, victory goes to the Sorcerer Supreme. Batman's willpower is legendary, but it can't punch a hole in reality. What do you guys think? Am I underestimating the Bat God? Or is Strange just too overpowered? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read all of them. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more epic versus battles. Thanks for watching.